Where in the world do you get to enjoy a cup of tea alongside just sitting and getting the most happening updates around town? Well, it happens in no other place than your favorite Zee Connect right here with me, Priya. और आज का एपिसोड ही मैंने एक क्वेश्चन के साथ शुरू किया है. But don't worry, this is not our question of the day yet. Today we are shooting at the Tom Thai restaurant at JW Marriott Marquis Hotel, Dubai. And just because everything around us is so Thai, here's me saying Zulekha to all of you. So before I take you to the first story of the week, here is our question of the day, which is about my most favorite thing in the world. That is cheese. You have to tell me which is the most expensive cheese in the world and why. So think about this while I come back after showing you all the updates that I have lined up for you today. So last week you met all the celebrity MJs and popular singers Benny Dayal, Harshdeep Kaur, Palak Muchal who came down to Dubai for the big launch of BigFM. Well, it's time now to meet the rest of the team behind BigFM. So let's take you there.
Thank you so much, Siddharth, for being with us on Zee Connect.
No, it's a pleasure and I'm super excited today as we're launching the jingle for 106.2 Big FM in Dubai. So looking forward to it.
What are we expecting to see in 2017?
Well, you know how it is in the industry now. I've sung a lot of songs.
Yeah.
But you don't know which are going to come out and which are going to come out in your voice.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that some do. And I'm composing for a couple of films. I'm doing a lot of corporate stuff. I'm actually associated with Zee in a regional level. I'm a creative director on one of the shows for Zee Yuva. So there's a show called Sargam, which is a news show.
Yes.
And it's airing on the 2nd of March. So looking forward to that too.
Superb. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Siddharth, for being with us.
It was a pleasure.
Okay, hi, hello, namaskar. मेरा नाम है गगन मुद्गल and this is 106.2 Big FM. रेडियो टीवी सब एक साथ आ गया है. Zee Connect से प्रिया हमारे साथ है. ओ प्रिया प्रिया क्यों भुला दिया? The reason I'm singing because मैं रेडियो से हूँ and we talk about songs all the time. प्रिया, आज लॉन्च पे आके आपको कैसा लग रहा है?
जी, तो ये मतलब ये उल्टा हो गया.
आज मैं आपको इंटरव्यू लेने वाला हूँ. इतने इंटरव्यूज करती है प्रिया. I think I want to interview. तो बताओ कि आज कैसा लग रहा है तुम्हें?
मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. मुझे इतनी खुशी हो रही है कि Zee TV के साथ अब Big FM जुड़ गया है और एक बहुत बड़ा बिग एफएम लॉन्च हुआ है यूएई में एंड फॉर द लिसनर्स आई थिंक इट्स समथिंग कंप्लीटली न्यू एंड वी हैव स्पोकन टू यू अबाउट दिस बिफोर and you've told us that you know it's not like the usual radio stations which go on in the UAE.
But tell me something, आपके favorite Benny, हर्षदीप और पलक में से, अनु कपूर में से आपके favorite कौन है?
मुझे बहुत difficult होता है decide करना because they all have such amazing songs. Like you know they're all so good and I mean we are still seeing them. They've just started their thing as an MJ. Correct. Which is very different but I think they're all doing a great job at it. But now you tell us कि इन सबको एक साथ में लाना और ये you know getting together and forming these shows, how was the whole process like?
Actually they all are excited when I met them in Bombay. उनको बताया कि this is the concept, this station is about music and not just gossip. Yeah. So Benny, Harshdeep, Palak, they all got excited और सबकी personality के हिसाब से we have designed shows like Harshdeep and I are doing a weekend show called Ruhani which is on Saturday 7:30. Benny is full of energy, मस्ती करता है वो. So Lavanya और वो दोनों, Lavanya is also a very good singer. So together they do the big morning show. Then ASAP with Palak and Arpit. Then Anu Kapoor, Suhana Safar. So उनकी personality के हिसाब से we have planned these shows.
I think it's a good mix. Somebody who's very bubbly at the same time. Harshdeep is doing Ruhani with you, which is thoda sa mellow sort of a show. So tell me, today the launch event is happening and we see a lot of people here. What are we expecting to see? I've heard there are going to be some good performances on stage.
So we have planned a skit. We are basically showing a day at 106.2 Big FM. Okay. So we have made a very nice studio there on stage. और मैं और हर्षदीप या अर्पित और पलक कैसे शो करते हैं, क्या होता है ऑफ एयर, जब फेडर नीचे होता है तो क्या होता है, आर्टिस्ट क्या करते हैं, वो सब आज होने वाला है.
स्ट्रेस जो होता है, सारी मस्ती जो पीछे हो रही होती है बिहाइंड द सीन्स इज व्हाट यू आर गोना सी.
कैसे वो डेंजरस वर्ड्स हम अवॉइड करके बात करते हैं, वो सब आज पार्टी में होने वाला है.
Amazing, superb. So we are looking forward to that and thank you so much for being with us, Gagan.
Thank you guys.
going to be a big night because we're having 106.2 Big FM starting off in Dubai. India's biggest radio network is now in UAE as a part of the Zee Entertainment Middle East. So there's plenty to celebrate.
Good morning, UAE, and you're listening to the Big Morning Show with MJ Benny Dayal and MJ Lavanya, only on Big FM 106.2.
One 6.2 Big FM पे आप हैं उज्जवल खन्ना के साथ. The show is brought to you by Dolce & Gabbana.
106.2 Big FM, you listen to ASAP, brought to you by Rolls Royce. मैं हूँ अर्पित, मेरे साथ है celebrity MJ पलक मुच्छाल. पलक, what's up?
Hi everyone, I hope कि जितना मज़ा हमें आ रहा है शो पर, आप सभी को उतना ही मज़ा आ रहा होगा. और सुनते रहिए हमें ASAP पर रोज 4:30 से 8:30 बजे. ASAP with पलक मुच्छाल and अर्पित.
जो तेरी खातिर तड़पे पहले से ही, क्या उसे तड़पाना.
106.2 बिग एफएम पर शुरू हो गया है रूहानी. मेरा नाम है एमजे गगन मुदगल और मेरे साथ हैं एमजे हर्षदीप कौर. हर्षदीप, आज कैसा मूड है, शायराना या एकदम सीरियस?
आज दिल शायराना 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 लगता है.
That was a big celebration indeed, wasn't it? Well, but it's time for us to take a short break. So see you soon. Welcome back. पिछले हफ्तों में मैंने आपको NSL लीग के फुटबॉल फाइनल्स दिखाए थे, which is an inter-school competition where young footballers come together to compete for the NSL award. Well, they also have a cricket tournament, and this time I'm taking you to show the highlights of their cricket finals. So let's go.
It was a bit of pressure, like playing in a big final against a good team. We had a great side, an opponent as well. We kept our strengths well and we played a good innings. And our team played very good. The game was like a bit of pressure when we started bowling. We took early wickets, so the pressure went off us. So when we came to bat, we came with a positive start and we won the match.
It feels really good because we have been practicing for very long. This is my tournament after missing out 1 year because last year was under 15. So I'm very happy we won all 3 categories. I think each person goes for coaching, like they have their own outside the school, they have their own academies. So maybe the other schools might not have their own academies, so only practice in school. But like every person goes for coaching, so I think that's what makes us good. And another thing is unity. We are all very strong together. Yeah.
Well, ये तो थी खेल कूद और मस्ती की बातें, but now let's move to some health-related updates. The 4th edition of the Colorectal Cancer Awareness Initiative by Zulekha Hospital took place recently, and we're going to go check out some of the informative sessions by the doctors.
The trend of cancer in UAE, we are initiating early detection of cancer, and this one it is started of 2014 in Ministry of Health and all primary health care and in our hospital, and we are seeing the most common cancer in UAE. It is breast cancer, colorectal and cervical, and all of them we have a screening in them, and we are encouraging people through awareness campaign in shopping mall and in activities. We are training a lot of staff to deal with these cases, and as we know, the early screening, it is the survival rate, it will be very high, and we are encouraging people to have a screening for cancer.
Since I was last here in Dubai, there have been a number of developments that really reveal there are some key opportunities that perhaps haven't existed in the past. This colorectal cancer campaign is really all about screening patients who have no symptoms, and that's really the great opportunity to impact on survival in colorectal cancer, because when patients are screened, the diagnosis is almost always made earlier than would have been done had they waited until symptoms develop, and so the chance of cure is much greater.
The 2 things I would like to remember, people to remember about, is to improve your lifestyle, try to do some exercise every day, eat healthy, try to eat less packaged foods and less sugar and more fruits and vegetables. And the second thing I'd like people to remember is to do the screening tests like colon cancer screening, cervical cancer screening, and breast screening, because these are the 3 leading causes of cancer death, and by catching them early we can significantly reduce or even eliminate this burden from our community.
That was a very useful session, wasn't it? But time now for a chota sa break, and after this I'm going to introduce you to something new on the show. So stay tuned. Welcome back. So with popular demand, we have brought back the Zee Family segment on our show, wherein हम हर हफ्ते एक viewer की family को मिलने उनके घर पे जाते हैं. So this week we are meeting Mr. and Mrs. Johan and their beautiful family. So let me take you straight to their house to meet them. So here we are with our first Zee family of the season, Mr. and Mrs. Johan and their beautiful kids. Let's go ahead and meet them. So thank you so much for joining us on Zee Connect.
We thank you also for bringing us for the show.
Thank you so much. So Mr. Johan, we will start with you. Introduce your beautiful family to us.
Hi, well, I'm Johan, and that's my wife Ansu, and this is my elder daughter Almita, And this is Almita's friend David. David also is staying in the same building as ours, and they both are friends since childhood, and they are going to the same school as well. And we hail from India, from South Kerala. We are settled here in for 12 years. Anshu is born and brought up here. So I'm working as I'm managing a business. I'm like a factory manager of a company, and she's working for Dubai Hospital in administration, like a medical secretary. Yeah, and we have got one younger son also. His name is Jeremiah.
So Ansu, you are the lady of the house and you're also working.
Yes.
How is it like, managing both family with kids and managing your work?
It's okay. Like my work is from 7:30 to 2:30. I prefer that work so that I can spend more time with my kids.
Okay.
So I choose that job. Basically, I'm a pharmacist.
Right.
But I choose this job to be more with my family, to spend time with them, to take care of them, to be with them and all.
So I see, Ansu, the kids are really, really hungry already and they're running here and there asking, Mummy, I want something quick.
Yes.
So what is it that quickly you're going to prepare and give them?
The best and the easiest thing is sandwiches.
Yeah. I'm sure.
But they don't prefer with vegetables. But today I will try with some vegetables, and they like cheese and ketchup.
Cheese is of course something that every kid
all
loves.
kids love.
Yeah.
And I prefer mainly pork cheese, which is really very good and it's tasty also. Even I have tried it. So for my kids also, they also very
so you make
much
the sandwich with
Yes,
cheese
I make
and some
sandwiches
veggies.
also, and I with our Indian dosa.
Yeah.
That also I make for her tiffin. I make egg dosha. Like by the time when it reaches school, it becomes dry. So easiest way is to put cheese along with it, roll it, put some pepper and all.
So you pack that and
Yes,
give
I
it
pack
to
it
them.
and give.
Oh,
And
that's
she loves
nice.
it also. Just like it's easy thing that doesn't mess up the dress.
True.
Mess up
They
her
can
hands.
easily
Yeah,
just
easily.
remove it and have it.
They
Yeah,
have it.
so I see you have some chips also. You're going to put that in the
Yeah,
sandwich.
of course, which will enhance the taste more.
Yeah. I know cheese and chips will actually reduce. They'll forget about the veggies inside.
Yeah, they like usually what they do is that they will open the sandwich, take all the vegetables out, and finish it.
Really? So they leave out the
Yes,
veggies,
they
huh?
will leave out the vegetables. So now what I do is this, and then I toast it. So it's all closed.
Yeah.
So like that.
They can't actually open
yes,
it.
they
and
can't
remove
actually
it.
open it.
So this is what you do for their school also.
Yeah,
whatever
I
you
do for
pack.
this. Yeah, like sandwiches mostly I give, but most Indian foods I give the most because in school they say they need healthy foods like with rice, wheat and all stuff. So I make dosha. So with dosha also I make like egg dosha. Egg dosha. Since it gets like what do you say hard when it reaches school, so what I do is that I put cheese on it, put little pepper, roll it, and it stays soft.
Oh,
So it's easy
that's
for
a nice
her.
idea.
Yeah, it's easy for
In
her.
fact, a lot of kids even love cheese dosa.
Yeah,
You
they
put
love.
it inside
Yes,
and
yeah, they love cheese. They really love cheese, and I prefer pork cheese because it's very healthy. Even I'm born and brought up over here, so, and my mother also used to buy pork cheese. So from her, I got it.
You have already got.
Yes, I'm already used to
that
with it.
taste
Yeah,
and
yes,
everything.
I'm already used to it. So I prefer my kids also to use it because it's very healthy, and it has got lots of calcium in it.
Actually, pork has been here since very long.
Yes,
I think
very
it's
long.
Pretty much like a household name.
Yes,
Everybody
yes.
uses pork.
Yes, of course.
That's pretty cool.
That's
actually.
it. Finished. It's easy.
So I see you're using brown bread for the sandwiches. Is that what you use on a daily basis?
Yeah, I usually use wheat bread, multigrain bread, brown bread very rarely. If I don't get wheat bread, that's it. And I toast it also for my kids, which they really love.
Yeah, toasted. In fact, the healthier breads are more tasty.
more
these
tastier.
days.
Like it's more crispier.
Yeah.
And with I add pork cheese also into that, and
Yes, yeah, Almita is already so hungry. She's grabbed the sandwich.
Yeah, she really loves it.
So this was our Zee family of the week, and as you can see, I'm already engrossed in playing this game with these kids, and they're very, very smart, trust me. So anyway, we are going to bring you another family next week, so stay tuned for that. It was so much fun meeting Johan's family. Looks like pork cheese is a family favorite, especially amongst the bacha party. Well, cheese की बात निकली ही है, so let's go straight to answer our question of the day, which is also about cheese. So I asked you, which is the most expensive cheese in the world and why? Well, the answer is, it is the pure variety of cheese which is actually made from donkey's milk. So ये था हमारा interesting question of the day, and now it's time for me to say bye-bye. Thank you so much for all the love and all the messages that you guys keep sending in to us through our Facebook page and our Twitter handle. We want more and more all the time, so keep writing into us. And Jate Jate, a very famous Buddha quote for you. Do not dwell on the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate your mind on the present and live in peace. इसी note पे, here's me Priya saying see you guys very soon on Zee Connect Season 6.